Someone shouldn't be racially abused or shouldn't be insulted because he's a black. Someone shouldn't be or a player shouldn't be insulted because he is a Caucasian. A player shouldn't be insulted because he is a white. Racism has no place in football. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kobo Sports Room. Welcome back to another video. Yes, I'm back. We are back online, and we are going to give you back to back. So click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. This video is about Vinicius Jr. When an issue happens, okay, we would like to, just sit back and watch the new developments on the issue. When things are a bit calm, that is when we are going to talk about the issue. So this is about Vinicius Jr. and Gianluca Prestiani, the issue or the incident that happened on Tuesday at the Estadio de Luz, Benfica's home. Let's get straight into the video. So yesterday Arsenal drew 2-2 at the Molineux Stadium. Arsenal are bottling the league bit by bit. They are bottling the league, but that's not why we are here. Arsenal are bottling the league, but we pause right there. We'll talk about Arsenal later. But yes, that is what happened. Through the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, Inter Milan also lost yesterday against Inter Milan also lost yesterday against Bordeaux Glens. A lot of issues happen, but that's not why we are here. We are here to talk about Vinicius Jr. and Gianluca Prestiani. Racism. So if you are new to the situation, let me just, for context sake, let me tell you what happened. So a game between Benfica and Real Madrid, the Champions League playoff game, happened at the Estadio de Luz in Lisbon. When Vinicius Jr. scored the goal, a brilliant goal as such in the second half of the game, Vinicius Jr. moved straight into the touchline, the pole, to dance. Now, after the incident, a lot of things happened. Back and forth happened between the players. The fans were angry and all of that. And Gianluca Prestiani, as you can see him on the screen, was doing this, and we're saying certain things to Vinicius Jr. Kylian Mbappe claims he heard that Vinicius Jr. all of a sudden we saw him running to Francois Letessier to go and report the incident to Francois Letessier. Francois Letessier is a very, 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 very top referee. He's very young, around 35, 36, but he's a very, 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 very good referee. He's a top referee. He's from France. That's why his name is Francois Letessier. So Francois Letessier was refereeing the game. Francois Letessier gave Vinicius Jr. a yellow card after the dance. And according to certain theories, it is not because of the dance, but it is because he went back to go and provoke the fans. I am not here to determine whether when someone celebrates, it is good or not. UEFA have rules for that. UEFA take an exception to certain, celebration, something like the Nazis, salute. When you give that salute, it is a yellow card for you. So UEFA takes exceptions to certain, celebration. But I'm not here to tell you whether Vinicius Jr.'s celebration was good or was not good. But the point is that Vinicius Jr. was given the yellow card because he provoked the Benfica fans. That is the fact. And that is why Francois Letessier showed him a yellow card. Now, let's move from that. After the yellow card incident, things happened between the players. Certain altercations, certain allegations were made against Gianluca Prestiani that he called Vinicius Jr. I don't want to, in fact, I don't want to mention the name, but he racially abused Vinicius Jr. In context, let me state it emphatically that Gianluca Prestiani is an Argentine and Vinicius Jr. is a Brazilian. So there is that rivalry there. And Argentines are known. I'm not here to say it, but they are known racists in quotes. Because when you watch or when you check Argentina, they are the only South American country without predominant blacks in there. And there is a reason to that. And that is not why we are here, but that is Argentina for you. So he is an Argentine and he racially abused Vinicius Jr. in Portuguese. So Vinicius Jr. heard it. Even Kylian Mbappe claims he heard it. Kylian Mbappe also, understands Spanish. So if he's claiming he heard it, probably, yes, we might agree with him that he heard something. So that is what happened between Vinicius Jr. and then Gianluca Cristiani at that moment. Now, let me be very clear on this. Racism has no place in football. No matter your race, no matter where you have gotten to, no matter who you are, racism has no place in football. So that is what we are preaching. That action there, if truly Gianluca Cristiani racially abused Vinicius Jr., I think something should be done about it. Harsh, decisions should be taken against racism. I will tell you why it will not be taken. I will explain that. But racism has no place in football. Someone shouldn't be racially abused or shouldn't be insulted because he's a black. Someone shouldn't be, or a player shouldn't be insulted because he is a Caucasian. A player shouldn't be insulted because he is a white. Racism has no place in football. In football, we are one. In football, politically, you can do your things. I mean, no one stops you from racially abusing people and all of that. But politically, you can do your things. But in football, racism has no place in football, because when we check the history, even the best players are blacks. Some of the best players that we have seen are not really white. So if we put that in perspective and we want to encourage racism in football, especially at the peak of football, Champions League playoff, where everybody is watching, it's not good. UEFA should be very clear on this. UEFA should take decisions on this, investigate the issue thoroughly to see whether Gianluca Cristiani racially abused Vinicius Jr. Actions should be taken. Harsh actions as such should be taken. Now, if you are a Ghanaian, you understand that. Now, let's be objective about the situation. Let's have the conversation holistically. If I do this and I talk, it doesn't mean I'm insulting you. Players do that a lot. When you watch football, players talking this way is not because they are saying bad things. They just don't want other people to read their lips what exactly they are saying. That is why players do that a lot. And if you watch the game, even Vinicius Jr. at certain point was doing this when he was talking to Jose Mourinho. Can we say he racially abused Jose Mourinho? No, but he didn't want people to get to read his lips on what he's saying to Jose Mourinho or what he's telling Jose Mourinho. Even Mbappe, they do that. Everybody do that in football. So if Gianluca Cristiani does this and talk back at Vinicius Jr., we cannot stand on that and say he racially abused Vinicius Jr. Thorough investigation should be, commence in the matter to determine whether he racially abused Vinicius Jr. or not. That is one. Now, two, no one can tell me Vinicius Jr. is not also a problem. You cannot sit anywhere. In as much as we are fighting against racism, in as much as we want racism being eradicated in football, we cannot also sit here and say that Vinicius Jr. is not also some of the problem. Now, I will explain that. Do I think racism will be eradicated from football? No. Do I think it could be checked? Yes. Things can be done about it for it to, for us to limit it. We can't eradicate it because racial abuse or racism is a DNA in Europe. It's a DNA. And DNA, when you want to get away or when you want to do away with DNAs of people, it takes time. It can take decades, can take centuries for it to be eradicated from the system because it is the DNA of Europe. Racism is a DNA of Europe. So we can't eradicate it right now, but we can limit it. Now, what are some of the steps that can be taken to limit it? That is where Vinicius Jr. comes in. Because I can tell you emphatically, there are a lot of blacks that were on the field. Chaumeni, Kamavinga, they were all on the field. One way or the other, they did something to Benfica that the players didn't like, but they didn't racially abuse them. So, now we do wait for Vinicius Jr. I've been saying, when you check my channel, okay, you can check my channel, type Vinicius Jr. You can see a lot of videos I've done about Vinicius Jr. Some I support him, some I don't support him. So Vinicius Jr. should be able to, limit his emotions. When things are not going on his way, he should find a way to check his attitude on the field of play, channel his grievances, channel his anger, channel some of the things he doesn't like. He should find a way to do it without provoking people. What he did there with the fans of Benfica, I disagree with that. I don't agree with the fact that he went there trying to provoke the fans. When you provoke the fans, they will also provoke you, and they know your triggers. Your triggers is when they racially abuse you. That is your trigger. They know that is the fact. So when you do that, they are also going to do that. Because when we started the game, no one was racially abusing Vinicius Jr. But when that incident happened, you all saw the stadium. The stadium where Vinicius Jr. gets the ball, they racially abuse him, they boo him and all of that. So when you do that, they are also going to retaliate. So going forward, I think that Vinicius Jr. should be able to check his attitude very well. Socially, you have to be competent socially. His demeanor, his mannerisms on the field should change. If not change, should be limited. Bro, you scored the goal. You have no business in going to provoke the fans. You scored the goal. Do your celebration. Celebrate anything at all and go away. Let's play the ball. That is why we are here. And it is not because we want to provoke fans. So Vinicius Jr. also have issues that we need to talk to him about. He needs to sort out certain social issues he has, attitude-wise. He has to sort it out so that you don't give a chance for someone to racially abuse you. That is what I think we should, also emphasize on. Vinicius Jr. should be able to, limit all these things. When he dribbles someone, some of the utterances, some of the mannerisms on the field of play, he should be able to limit that. And I think when he limits that, the racism or the racial abuse towards him will also limit. With that being said, no one is saying because of that someone should racially abuse him. No, that is not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that you should be able to, limit certain mannerisms on the field of play so that we try and cave the racial abuse. We try and limit the racial abuse. I know we cannot eradicate it. No one can eradicate it from the DNA of the Europeans. No, but we can limit it. And that is why we are here to talk about. So, Gianluca Pristani, I think what he did was bad. I think UEFA should take an exception to that. UEFA should commence an investigation into the issue and let's see what happens. Harsh decisions should be taken against racism in football. And I think if that is being done, we'll move as one body, we'll move as football fans, we'll move as football lovers. That is what I have to say about the incident. Click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, drop all your comment down below. What do you think about this incident? Drop all your comment down below. Let me know your comment. Drop your comment down below. What you think about the situation? Drop it below. Don't come and attack me with my opinion. Drop your opinion also in the comment section. This is Kobo Sports Room. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time. Peace. We are back.